Yeah, so I had read Middlemarch in high school and loved it, so much so that I wrote my admission essay on it. And then when I heard that there was an opportunity for me to read it again, I was absolutely thrilled, and I heard great things about Hertog. And reading it a third time for the seminar, it was actually the best time yet. The first time I loved it, the second time I'd been like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then the third time it was way far surpassed any of the others in appreciating the richness of the language and of the insights she has about human nature. And at the same time, I was working on my senior essay on Middlemarch, and the conversations really fed my essay and helped me notice bits of the text that I perhaps hadn't paid as much attention to. And yeah, it was really great. Well, I have been pretty spoiled by going to St. John's and getting to have live seminars all the time. And at first it was a transition to, to being online and feeling a little bit removed from the other people. But I was really impressed with how quickly we got into the flow of speaking to each other online and of having a conversation that felt natural. And yeah, we really built a lot of rapport over the few, the month that we had those classes together. And, we each came to have roles in the class pretty quickly, which I thought was very cool. And there were certain points that you could expect from certain people, and, people also surprised you as well. But yeah, the online environment I thought was, took some getting used to, but ended up being a super fruitful place for discussion. Well, I think from Professor Scalia, I learned some of the kind of fun, controversial aspects of the novel that I think I had just, seen as just part of it, that he kind of made them more exciting and kind of helped us develop the tension in the different ways that one could read the same text. And I think from my peers, I had some things opened up about the plot that I hadn't really considered. Some of the moral questions and some of the characters' actions that go beyond what the narrator is sharing. And yeah, a funny thing was learning that the narrator's apologetics on Casaubon's behalf still didn't cut it for some people. That was definitely something I learned. I think a highlight for me was when we got to talk about perspective and how the narrator breaks the fourth wall of a novel and engages with us readers. And we got to focus on some particular parts of the text where the narrator is just highlighting the perspective that each one of us has and how we can get beyond it. And yeah, I loved when we got to talk about some of the final scenes with Dorothea and Rosamund and their sympathy and how the characters grow and develop because of each other, and how the narrator is continually drawing us into that. And Eliot is just a phenomenal writer, and I think my favorite moments were when we got to talk about the perspective that she opens us up to. I would recommend it as an opportunity to have a fruitful, thoughtful seminar with other participants who are just as committed to reading a book well and further opening it up for each other through discussion. I get to go to a school where that happens all the time, but I think that the Hertog seminars are a great opportunity for students that perhaps don't have seminar opportunities readily available to engage deeply with classic books. I'd say read the book well and take your time. I personally love reading with pen or highlighter in hand, and makes it easier to flip back and find your favorite parts if those become relevant. And listen well. I think that the best conversations happen when each of the participants is speaking to what has been said before. And of course, everyone has interesting thoughts on their own, but I think what's really special about a seminar is that you get to build on each other's points and deepen them and develop more nuance. And I think that is, listening is the crucial piece for that to be able to happen.